Hey everyone, Cobaner456 here recording a video. So yeah, today got another news update. So who would have thought that I would have two news updates today? But anyway, let's get started. So it turns out that the Wii U will not have the announcement for a price or a release date this year. No news for it whatsoever. We'll have to wait until 2012. And Iwata confirmed this today when he was speaking to investors at a recent Q&A. And he said that Nintendo has to regain consumer trust before the launch of the Wii U, and that the early price cut of the 3DS could force consumers to hold off on buying the new console at launch. He also says, "I feel greatly accountable for it. Our decision of the price markdown this time has a side effect that at the launch of the Wii U, people may feel that the price might drop in the near future if they wait. Nevertheless, we have decided to cut down the price of the Nintendo 3DS as we consider it as a necessary decision now. What we will be able to do to recover the consumer's trust before the launch of the Wii U is very important to us." So, yeah, we already knew that the Wii U wasn't expected for 2012, but, like until the start of Nintendo's next fiscal year, which is April 1st, 2012. But he also says, since the Wii U we showed you at the E3 show in June was still in the development phase without very specific proposals on the software titles, we are going to announce the release date and the price next year when we are able to explain the specific proposals. So, you know, I was kind of expecting, like, to learn more about the Wii U price and all that stuff and what's been going on later in the year, like at TGS, I believe, as we heard more about the 3DS with Netflix and all that stuff. But I guess not after all, because of the 3DS price drop. And I can totally understand where they're coming from. They definitely don't need to launch the Wii U way too soon like the 3DS. And also another thing, if people feel like the Wii U will probably get a huge price drop, like 6 months after the 3DS, or like 6 months after launch or something like that, they'd probably just wait to buy a Wii U and the launch could totally fail. So Nintendo does need to regain trust, I guess, with some people. And speaking of the 3DS price drop, Nintendo is also trying to, with this price drop, they're trying to focus like towards children, and and Satoru Iwata, sorry, my words aren't coming out properly today. Anyway, Satoru Iwata says that the price was a really huge barrier for adults, because that's what they heard. Like, a lot of people complained that they didn't really buy any for their children because of the price of the 3DS. And he says here, but in reality, for a family with 2 or more children, which tend to think of purchasing some Nintendo 3DS systems, it is clearly shown in our research after the launch that the price was one barrier for them. Therefore, by changing the price, we would like to change the age range and gender ratio by the end of this year. And I think that the situation will be very different 4 months later. And he also says, but we feel sorry that our message was not delivered appropriately, or that it is taking time to be widely comprehended. In Japan, our research shows that this misunderstanding is starting to be corrected, but I think that it will take some more time. But it's kind of strange, because well, not really strange, but you know, it kind of does make sense that adults wouldn't buy the 3DS, because I mean, it is pretty pricey, and knowing how children don't really take care of stuff too much, I mean, I usually am one, but I still sometimes manage to break a few things, but I'm pretty careful with my stuff. But anyway, $250 to break a system, I mean, if someone breaks it, that's not good, and that would take a lot of money, and would be a lot of money wasted. So I can see where parents are coming from there. But now with the new price drop, I think a lot more, like, it'll sell better. And hopefully Nintendo will get their profits over time very quickly, and not have such a, be having a deficit on the 3DS. And then a lot of people are saying that it's kind of strange that Nintendo is doing this, because the 3DS, you know, they have 3D off, 3D off unless you're over the age of 7. It actually turns out 3D actually isn't supposed to be, like, from some recent studies, 3D isn't as bad as many people say. Some people actually say that the 3D will actually help pinpoint problems in children's eyes when they are young, so that they can actually, like, if they find any problems with the child's eyes where they can't really see 3D well, then those are actually problems that could lead to worse problems in the future, and they can try to fix those problems early in a child's life. So some doctors are actually recommending like looking at 3D or playing the 3DS while you're at a younger age, so that can happen, because some people actually can't even see 3D on the 3DS when they're older, which is kind of surprising. And that's one thing that could be happening, like where people like they had problems when they were younger as a child, and then it just came to them like it grew worse later in their life. So anyway, yeah, I mean, I don't see why people are complaining that you have to be like over 7 to look at 3D and all that stuff. I mean, I can look at 3D for 6 hours straight. It doesn't hurt my eyes whatsoever. Also, Iwata has also said that future 3DS titles may just not use a 3D effect after all, which is kind of surprising. And he also says here that I think there could be a Nintendo 3DS software title which does not use the 3D feature at all, and I believe Nintendo will develop such software. Instead, other features of the Nintendo 3DS should be focused on. It might be a communication feature or other functions such as the gyro sensor or the motion sensor. The important thing is that each respective software title has its own characteristics and appeals to the consumers in a way that fits the software. But he does also say that Super Mario 3D Land and Mario Kart 7 will have 3D, and that he's not worried about the novelty of 3D wearing off. So that's pretty cool. I'd like to see some games that take more a big advantage of the other, like take more an advantage of the other features in the 3DS hardware. Then also we have some news on the PlayStation Vita, and it turns out that the PlayStation Vita has just cleared the FCC, and that Sony's new handheld has been approved for US release. So usually this is one of the final steps before like something releases for the US, like before something releases like to the public. So this could be really interesting. I mean, I think that the Sony PS Vita could be launching later this year, and that's really exciting because PS Vita, freaking legit. I can't wait for it. I'd love to buy one at launch, but I don't have the money for it. But, you know, you never know. I'm really excited for it. And also, Activision has confirmed that Modern Warfare 3 is coming. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 is coming to the Wii this fall. So, yeah, it's sadly not coming to the 3DS, as you've probably already heard. But no other details have been provided. But yeah, that's basically it. So, anyway, yeah, that's, like I said, basically it for the news update today. Hopefully, I mean, if there's any more big news, I'll probably do another news update video today. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. Kobaner456 signing out. Peace, everyone. Please remember, comment, like, subscribe. Stay tuned for more 3DS vids, walkthroughs, and updates. And here are 20 new. Actually, a couple of them are kind of old, I guess you'd say. But I think Nintendo released these and called them new. But 20 new Mario Kart 7 picks. So definitely check them out. Like, they show the new logo, the hang gliders, some character artwork, etc. So yeah, check it out. See ya. Have a good day.